What's up YouTube? I'm back in the still standing garage, and as you can see, the 79 Monte is in the garage now. Wanted to make a real quick update video on this one. So if you guys missed the first video when I picked it up, go check that out. One thing I didn't mention on that video was this car was very hard to push onto the trailer. It was 3 of us and we couldn't roll it on. It felt like something was binding up. We didn't know what it was at that time. So we said, you know what, let's just get it on the trailer and then we'll figure it out when I get home. And it's been a year later now. So this is why Mark ended up using a ratchet strap to try to roll it on. It was still kind of hard, but we were able to get it onto the trailer. So I was afraid that it might have been something with the transmission. So before I moved it in here, I wanted to make sure I double checked what was making it bind up and making it really hard to move it around, because I wasn't gonna struggle trying to push it in here by myself. So what I ended up doing is I checked the brakes to make sure they weren't locking up. I checked all 4, cleaned them up with some brake cleaner. I didn't record that, but I did clean them all up and make sure that they all turned really good, and they were turning pretty good. So it wasn't the brakes or anything like that. Now, after I did that, I went ahead and I checked under the car because I thought maybe something was going on with the tranny. So after checking down there, I noticed that the cross member, as you can see here, has a notch in it. So the last owner had dual exhaust on it. Obviously the car doesn't have it anymore, but when they cut out that notch there, they didn't reinforce it and it started cracking. So it started buckling, and that was causing the drive shaft to sit on top of a body brace, as you can see here. So every time it rotated, it will bind up, and that's what was making it hard for us to move it around. So luckily I was able to save the 78, which is this one right here. That's, if you guys don't know, this is the 78 Monte I've been working on for a very long time now. But I did end up putting a dual exhaust on this car here, and I ended up putting a G-Force dual exhaust cross member. But I saved the old stock cross member off of this one, which is this right here, and it's real dirty, real greasy. I needed to clean it up, so I did end up cleaning it up. It's all nice and clean. Scraped it off with the plastic spatula right here. That mountain of grease of that buildup, it's looking a lot better, ready to be installed. Let's go. This is what it looks like with the donated cross member. Look at the difference on the drive shaft. It's like 1.5 to 2 inches away from that body brace now, ready to roll. So with that done, I was able to push the car in here. Shout out to the wife, she helped me push the car in here. I didn't want to turn it on to try to get it in here because there's a couple of things I still want to do to the car, and that's going to be in upcoming videos. But I got these other projects over here that I need to get done. One thing that I will mention about the 79 here is every time I work on it, I never have any issues swapping out or doing anything that I want to do to it. I haven't had any issues whatsoever. That cross member took me like 10-15 minutes just to put it on, no problem at all. When I turned on the car for the first time, if you guys missed that video, I'll put the link in up here, that card, check that out. 15 plus years of it not being turned on, I was able to turn it on, no issues. Now the 78 here, 78 Monte, the 83 Regal, every single time I do something to them, whether it's swapping out a part, upgrading, whatever it is, even painting this car too, the 78, was a struggle every single time. I always had an issue trying to get it done. Don't get me wrong, I still got it done. No Mickey Mouse, none of that. I don't like doing that kind of stuff, but it was a struggle and it was very time consuming to get these things done, but still got it done. Like I said, the 79 over here, no issues every time I worked on it. Hopefully it continues to be that way, and I'm able to get this car running and get it popping, get it rolling out on the street. Now the next videos that I'm gonna make on this car is gonna be checking the engine compression to make sure that the cylinders are good to go before I start swapping out parts for new parts. But before that, I am finishing up the Regal, some things on the Regal. Guess what? We got to cut and buff the Monte here. Check that out. It's all dusty, but look at that orange peel. It looks real shiny though.